perfect way to start the perfect day is with the perfect breakfast. Now, personally, I am a huge fan of waffles, which is why today I'm going to be teaching you how to make some of the best waffles I've ever had. I'm credible to demonstrate this to you because I've been making this exact waffle recipe for 3 years. I also got this recipe from the Dash Mini Waffle Maker recipe book, which came with the waffle maker that my best friend got for me for my birthday one year. You should listen to my speech because it will make you smarter because you're learning a new recipe, and happier because it's good food, and good food usually makes people happy. Today I'm going to be demonstrating how to make waffles using 15 items and 5 steps. Now that you know that I'm going to show you how to make waffles, let's begin with the items you will need. So you're going to need 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Now you could use melted butter if you prefer that, and 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, 1 cup of milk. I will be using oat milk, but you can use whatever kind of milk you prefer. A medium bowl, your sifter, your whisk, your cooking spray, your waffle maker, your liquid measuring cup, and a 1/4 cup measuring cup. Now that we've gone over the items needed to make waffles, let's move on to the steps. So the first thing we're going to do is sift all of our dry ingredients. So that would be our flour, our sugar, baking powder, and salt. Now my whisk is pretty old and pretty loud, but any kind of whisk that you have will do. They have shaker ones. This one you spin. It's really all about getting rid of those excess clumps in order to have a smoother batter. So now that we've done that, our next step is going to be to whisk together our wet ingredients. Now personally, I like to do that in my measuring cup because it's just one less dish to have to clean, but if you prefer to use another bowl, you could definitely use a bowl here. So that's going to be our milk, our vegetable oil, our vanilla extract, which I don't want to spill, and then our 1 egg. So we're just going to crack that right on in there. You definitely don't want to get shells in there, but you know, sometimes things happen. So we're just going to whisk that together. The most important thing about whisking this together is just making sure that you crack that egg yolk. It does not take very long, as you can see. It's already pretty combined. So our next step is going to be combining our wet and dry ingredients. So you can just pour the wet ones right in here. And you want to just mix until it's just combined, because if you over mix your ingredients, the texture of your waffles is not going to be right. Very similar to pancake batter if you've ever made pancakes. So there's definitely probably going to still be some lumps in there. It's not the end of the world. You want to get rid of as many as you can without over mixing. And it's going to look pretty much like this, if you can see through the clear bowl. Okay. Now from here, we want to make sure that our waffle iron is plugged in, turned on. I already did that, so it should be up to heat now. And you want to be really careful because these do get very hot very quickly. And what we're going to do is we're going to spray it. Now you could use a little bit of melted butter here also if you prefer, but I find the spray to be much easier. We're just going to take our 1/4 cup measure, fill it with some batter, and we're just going to pour that right in here. Now, the batter is a little bit thicker than you probably think it's going to be. It doesn't look very thick in there, but it is definitely a bit thick. So you want to try to spread it around a little bit when you pour it in. Otherwise, it's not going to spread as evenly as you think it will. And then you just close the lid and you will let that go for, it doesn't take very long. I usually go about 30 seconds. It's not too bad, it's pretty easy. Some people like to hold the lid down while they do it. Personally, I don't think that's necessary. You can hear it cooking right now. And the baking powder, as it starts to develop, is going to make it rise, and then it'll be, you can see it's starting to puff up already because it's pushing the lid up a little bit. From there, it only takes about a couple seconds depending on how crispy you like your waffles. I prefer mine not quite as crispy, so I don't let it go as long, but if you want them really, really crispy, you can always just let it go a little bit longer. This needs maybe 5 more seconds. Now, as we're removing it, you just really need to remember that it's very, very hot, so you need to be really careful. The waffle will be hot and the waffle iron. Some people like to use a fork or something to pull it off, but if you're going to use anything metal, you need to be really careful because if you scratch it, it will not work as well going forward. Also, metal will get hot when it touches something hot. So now that that's ready, I like to take it out with my hand. I've been doing this for a lot of years, so be careful if you're going to do it this way. Let me just pick up our waffle. And it's going to look something like this when you're done. With our waffle now complete, we can wrap up with a summary of what was discussed. So today I taught you how to make waffles using only 15 items and 5 pretty easy steps. Waffles really are the perfect breakfast because you can serve them with anything, with fruit, with syrup, with butter, or with nothing at all. And that makes them really diverse, and it really makes it easy for you to just eat a waffle whatever mood you're in. So the next time that you're looking to have a perfect day and you want to start it in the perfect way with the perfect breakfast, I hope you choose waffles.
Well done. Enjoy your breakfast.
I will, thank you.